Yes, in fact, everyone does, and they do play an active role in our lives. We may have sensed them before, so if you're going around your normal daily business, you might sort of sense that someone's near to you. Now, that could be your spirit guide. It could also be a loved one that's crossed over into the spirit realm as well. My guide, Mark, he helps me connect with the spirits so I can actually pass their messages on with loved ones that are still on earth. You can actually cultivate a connection with your spirit guide, and if you just spend 5 or 10 minutes in your day just asking for connection to your spirit guide, just ask, is my spirit guide here? Please, can you come forward? I'd like to know you better. Then over time, over several days, you may start to sense there is actually somebody there with you, and you may start to hear in your mind's eye, that doesn't make sense, does it? But you might start to just sort of hear thoughts. That's one way I can just describe it. When I get messages from my spirit guide, or direct messages from loved ones that have crossed over, it's like, it's not necessarily a voice for me, other mediums are different, but it's almost like I know that those aren't my thoughts. So sentences come into my head, but I know they're not my thoughts, and it generally works out that they come in on this side of my brain, whereas my thoughts come in this side of the brain. So part of training to be a medium is actually distinguishing what is your own thoughts and what is spirit, and you're maybe a spirit guide, or a loved one that's crossed over. And then eventually, if you do start to feel you have a connection, and you are seemingly getting, hearing or seeing, that doesn't really make sense, does it? But you know what I mean. You're actually getting other people's thoughts into your head, and they make sense, and they're coherent, and they're kind. That is the other key factor here. Then you may be able to then start to get that spiritual guidance. And we do have that quite a lot, actually, because I remember when I broke my leg when I was 15, I was playing football at the time, and the pain was excruciating, and I remember hitting the floor, hitting the ground in lots and lots of pain. And I remember just hearing a voice that was very close to me, but I didn't necessarily hear it through my ears. I kind of heard it in my head, if that makes sense. And it said, laugh and the pain will go away. And it's kind of shocked me a little bit, and I kind of knew all at once that it wasn't somebody that I was playing football with, because they were carried on playing football. Then the voice said, laugh and the pain will go away. Said it again. And then I took that instruction and I started to relax, and I just started to laugh, and my natural endorphins kicked in, and it was a broken leg, and I wasn't in any pain. And I genuinely believe that was my spirit guide, or you could say it's a guardian angel, that was just guiding me and helping me through that traumatic situation.